Good evening. This is the video newsletter for Buy Sell Short for Tuesday, October 12th. Another fantastic day for the newsletter. We had the market open up in the red. Futures were red, and then we had a really early sell off. We were down about 90 plus points. As usual, you had the bears running around going, "See, we told you the top was in. Down we go now." And, as I mentioned in the chat room, there was just too much strength in stocks to ignore the indices that they were not painting the correct picture. And we were buying and to expect green by later in the session. And sure enough, going into the last hour, market was up 100 or up 35 points or 120 plus point reversal from those lows. And yet again, on the backs of the silly shorts, away we went. Late in the day really wasn't the reason for the early strength after the dip. What we've been seeing lately is sell offs getting bought because there is just so much liquidity out there, and there's also the perception of liquidity coming, meaning QE2, the Fed extra money that's going to come. Just that idea that that money is around the corner is enough to get people to buy dips right now. We had the Fed minutes come out going into the last hour, and again, the Fed talked about how they're ready to start pumping more liquidity in, more QE2, and off to the races we went on the market. And, shorts, it's just not a market to be a short right now. This is a trader's market. There are some fantastic plays in this market right now. And if you're standing on the sidelines, shaking a stick at this market, going, this market is crooked, it shouldn't be going up continually, you're stupid, is all I got to say. Go with the flow, and the flow right now is up. Looking at the 15-minute chart, you can see the 200-day moving average in this time frame has been holding support. But even when we break below it, buyers come in. I mean, we get usually down about 90, 100 points when the buyers start coming in. Looking at the daily chart, here you can see we're just continuing that move, and now we've got our eyes on that 11,258 as our next target on the Dow. SMH was pretty strong today ahead of Intel's earnings. Intel earnings after hours, they beat. Decent guidance for the fourth quarter. Nothing, no blowing the doors off the barn here, but they didn't disappoint. They didn't give us bad news, and essentially that's all that really matters right now. And honestly, I've heard a couple of people say it. If Intel had to put out bad news and we had a sell off, I'm sure we probably would have bounced off that too. It's just that kind of market right now. Let's jump into stock plays, though. It's just been a monster few days for us. TRID, our ascending triangle breakout, continued its move today. Big breakout. We again jumped in, added some more on a break at 220, 240 are our next target ranges on this little gem play, and just a fantastic breakout for us. iPhone, new trading alert today. Mobile phone player, they moved into China in May. Stock got decimated earlier in the year when some new rules in Argentina pretty much chopped their business by 70%. But now they're moving into China. It trades below cash. We got a very nice breakout on this one today at 70 cents. First target is a move to that 200-day moving average at 79 cents, and then we're looking for a gap fill up there at 90 cents. But a very nice chart play. And stops on this one at 60 cents. I would be looking to add this one on dips under 70 cents. ARNA is finally breaking out for us here. Each day, new high. We've got the FDA meeting next Friday, and it's time for this one to get its get in gear and get a nice fat run going. The next ad spot will be a breakthrough 2, and our target is the 20-day exponential at 241. RSI is about to break 30, and with the other indicators in nice little uptrends, that should be our confirmation for a nice little pop on this one near term. IKAN, we sent out an alert today to add to positions on this one, and we got a nice volume breakout on it. First target is a move to a $140, and then secondary target is a move to 160. Again, breakout plays have been doing fantastic, especially setups like this. RSI looks great. Volume was very healthy today. ADX, stochastics, all looking very, very nice. Any dips to, the 125 and under area, I would look to add, but this one should be trading nicely in the 130s tomorrow. WEST. This used to be known as the symbol AKNS. Solar stocks were on fire today. This is the cheapest solar stock right now. We had a nice little pop on this one and then slowly gave it back throughout the day. And the reason being, these guys did financing last week at 55 cents. So you've got those financing crooks getting out of their positions now. 4 million shares they got last week at 55 cents. So we ate up a lot of those financing crooks. And once they're done, kaboom. We even had ESLR moving today. If that turd solar stock can move, WEST is a, pound the table buy here. Speaking of that, DSTI, this is a turd solar stock. This solar stock has no sales, $27,000 in cash on the balance sheet. Absolute garbage stock, up 25% today. Would definitely be watching to short this one tomorrow. If it does not get a spike or break through 246, it would be a short with a target of 190 or lower. Prefer to short this one up around the threes, but again, this is a stock that's been hitting resistance at the 200-day moving average, and it's crap. I would almost debate shorting this one and buying more WEST as an arbitrage play. Buy the good one, short the crappy one would be the play on this one. ACLS, an old favorite of ours, started to break out late in the session today. Stocks that have been getting up to this 195 area have just been exploding on a break at 2. So might be worthwhile jumping into a small position here. 196 and under, target 210, 220 on this one. Has really strong support at the 20-day exponential now around 180. OPWV, another tech play. Over the last couple of days, this one's just gotten beaten down. This is not untypical for OPWV. We've played this one many times in the past, and this is essentially what it does. Out of the blue, you will see the stock go boom up here to $2. So we tested the 20-day exponential today. Tomorrow should be an up day on OPWV, and we should see it move north of $1.80 tomorrow, in my opinion. CRYP, Cryptologic, gambling stock play. Nice little chart setup. Probably needs another day or two treading water here around the $1.20 area before it makes that move up to the 130, 140 area. A chart that looks similar to this one that has finally started to break out is AERG. A breakthrough 120, and we're looking at $1.30 plus on this play. And as you can see, the candles that are the daily trading pattern in this one over the last couple of days, sort of similar to what we're looking at on CRYP. So, be a little patient here. Stops at $1.12. And what we're probably going to see is similar to what we're seeing here on AERG, on CRYP in the next couple of days. Quick mention on a couple of other plays. OPXT, again, almost similar to OPWV. What we saw is a couple of these breakout stocks get a lot of traders come in, and then we've got a low volume sell off on them. Back down to the 20-day and 50-day moving average again. This one should see a snapback bounce tomorrow, so I wouldn't be overly concerned with it. I would probably take the view like we are on the market. Dips will be bought. Stocks, for the most part, are not making new lows in this market. They're breaking out, they're backfilling, they're breaking out to higher prices, and that's, until that game stops being that way, that's how we're going to play things. So going into tomorrow, IFON, really like the setup here. IKAN, really looks good. And we've got a couple of scalp plays. If you can, please come into the chat room. We had a lot of plays in there today that gave us some nice wins. And actually, over the last couple of days, that are fast moving, and there's really no time to send out alerts on them. So if you can, definitely jump into the chat room. We've got some hopping plays in there right now, and this market just looks great. Intel did not disappoint after hours. We've got a heavy earnings report over the next couple of days, and right now the wind is behind the bulls. So, as they say, strike while the iron's hot. That's it for the video. I will see you guys in the chat room tomorrow. Good night.